Hello, and welcome to a brand new series where we try to achieve the ultimate Kaizo IronMON victory within 100 attempts. Hopefully we'll get to learn about each individual Pokemon title along the way and what makes it a unique Kaizo experience. For our first outing, we're back to Emerald, a game where we've had some entertaining Nuzlocke experiences, but we've never tried Kaizo in. Can we defeat the Elite Four and Steven to become Emerald Kaizo IronMON champion? Let's find out. So in run 1, I rolled this pretty crazy Heracross. Heracross has a lot of history with us. In fact, we beat Fire Red Kaizo with a Heracross called Anchovy. And so we called this guy Sardine. As you can see, his special attack is properly insane, and he has a couple of special attacking moves to go with it. He even learned Calm Mind at level 6. That defense stat though. Big oof when you have a 4 times weakness to flying, and the negative speed nature is also a bummer. So we searched around for a while looking for a pivot, trying to get acquainted with the basics of Emerald. We found a Milotic, but it committed Sudoku with Memento, and then an annoying Blossom that wouldn't let us run easily, and so I decided to run Sardine. Sardine started off pretty strong, had a scare against his doppelganger, but then we used Hydro Cannon against Steelix on this random trainer with 2 Pokemon. Great, paralyze me! Paralyze me too! Go ahead! That's it! Well, that run was never going to end any other way with that paper defense. Run 2 died at rival to a Surskit. And then run 3 we pivoted to the Slowbro, which just barely made it through the first trainer. We scouted a few mons, but nothing looked too promising, so we landed on this Charmeleon, which we called Baby. What is this defense though? Why are Emerald mons all built out of freaking paper? With dreams of a glorious evil run, we cleared the forest, but then got hard-walled by this Lairon on the beach. Sometimes the moveset just lets you down. At this point, we just entered a rough string of seas where we couldn't break free from the lab. We even lost to a Magikarp. Yeah, that's a little embarrassing. I forgot you had rough skin! No, how do you land them? Finally, on seed 13, we made it out with Potato the Hitmonlee, and then managed to pivot into this Milotic. We called him French Fry, and yeah, he was pretty fantastic. Milotic is the S tier in Kaizo, one of my favorite Pokemon to run. We've had a lot of history with them over our Kaizo journey. Getting Stab Water Spout was insane, and Thunder Punch is a great move, although it can make contact. Speaking of contact, we rolled Static as our ability, which can be useful, although when you static a Pokemon with Synchronize, it ends up being a bad time. We got off to a decent start, learning Thief at level 10 for a low power shed coverage. The move we really want though is Tail Glow to boost our special attack. French Fry continued on without issue, but then before long it was time for our very first challenging Roxanne. The gym trainers went smoothly, but the Roxanne, oh boy, Roxanne was tough. Our trouble started with this Growlithe. Water Spout? Fuck you! Absolutely fuck you! But then she sent out her Ace as her last Pokemon, which was a huge pain to substitute. The battle took a long time, but eventually we managed to defeat Roxanne for the first time. We took French Fry out for a quick ride over to Dewford, and after meeting Steven, it was time to face Brawly. Brawly is infamous for being a super tough challenge in Emerald that gatekeeps the mid-game. All the gym trainers only have 1 Pokemon though, and so we were able to take advantage of that to reach Brawly with barely a scratch and all of our Water Spout PB. We challenged Brawly and he was looking super free. Sunkern, Eevee. Third mon though was Victory Bell. We tried a Water Spout, but it tanked it easy and used Grudge, so we knew we needed Blast Burn for the KO. What happened was a classic Kaizo moment for the ages. Go! French Fry! No! No! He has that lead blade! Oh my god, he has Flash Burn! No, he got a crit! Oh! Emerald is cursed. And it stayed cursed. On seed 16, we got this Lairon with Substitute and Belly Drum. The rival Slowking stole our Belly Drum with Snatch and finished us off with Payday. Seed 18, the rivals Shroomish crit our Loomies twice in a row with Volt Tackle to finish us off. Finally, on Seed 20, we made it out past the rival again, but after exhausting all our pivot options, we ended up on this dismal Charizard. We dragged Gummy the Charizard onwards, trading out Tickle for the absolute content button that is Metronome. Battling Roxanne and this Vaporeon had insane special defense. We decided Hyper Beam was the only option, and Roxanne pulled a pro gamer move, healing to live the Hyper Beam and then following up with this. Gummy was recharged! No! Ah! It cost us an energy root, but we got through the rest of the battle just fine, and somehow Gummy got his first badge. Soon after, we faced a really difficult decision when Gummy decided to learn Psychic. Since Hyper Beam was our only physical move and Metronome our only Shedinja coverage, in the end, we had to replace Needle Arm. Hopefully we don't come to regret this decision later. We dragged our Gummy over to Dewford to take on Brawly once more. Gummy decided to troll a little bit against this Jigglypuff. Yes? Okay, don't miss. Why have you missed 2 Hyper Beams in a row? We managed to arrive at Brawly relatively untouched. Brawly led with Horsey, which was nice, but then we narrowly missed the KO on this Hariyama and it responded with Rollout. But the worst was still to come. This Arcanine turned out to be a nightmare. Super tanky with Water Spout to top it off. We quickly burned through all our heals and it was looking like the end, but then Brawly decided to do just a little bit of trolling. Kill it with Hyper Beam. Why are you doing Spiderweb? We got a lucky crit to finish it off and made it all the way through to Brawly's final Mon and Ace. Unfortunately, we were once again defeated by Brawly, but we set a new PB and Gummy really tried his heart out in this battle. Back to the lab again. On Seed 23, we got trolled by the Snow Runt with Zap Cannon. Next seed, though, we decided to try and Evo run this Croconaut after not seeing any pivots that looked promising. I really liked the Totodile Evo line, and I was excited to see how far we could go. Things were looking good, and at level 13 we learned Flamethrower, which was huge. In Kaizo IronMON, though, you can lose your run in an instant. The 30% paralysis landed, which made us slower, and then random AI decided to finish us off. You are miraculously going to be quicker. No! Random AI goes for Spark twice in a row? Fuck you, Regirock! I did ask for big Pokemon for big experience, but I didn't ask for that. We checked the logs though, and it would have evolved into a pretty mid Vaporeon, so we weren't too upset. This loss kicked off a run of unfortunate seeds. Our next break came on attempt 40 with this Flygon. We grabbed him out of the bag and named him Midwestern. All we needed was a couple of good moves. We replaced Helping Hand for Thunder Wave, which wasn't much of an upgrade, and then we replaced Metal Claw for Bone Rush, which was also barely an improvement. On the beach, we grabbed a huge max potion and managed to escape a dicey situation against this Dragonair without using it. We challenged Roxanne, and despite an incredibly long battle with a Nightmare Grovyle that forced a max elixir, we made it out okay in the end. We really needed a good move from Roxanne. Flamethrower! Smelling Salt, god damn it! This is the seed to get physical moves! Fuck you, Roxanne! Storm clouds are gathering overhead as we once again took the boat to Dewford to challenge Brawly for a 3rd time. The gym trainers gave us some trouble, but we arrived at Brawly with some hope. We just needed to see some easy Pokemon. The first Pokemon was Walrein, though, and it hit us with Icy Wind to drop our speed. This was really unfortunate. It would haunt us for the rest of the battle. A Tentacruel and an Entei that both had high special defense burned through our heals, and then this was the final straw. Don't get procced! Okay, that's it. This really sucked because it turned out to have low defense and it would have fainted had we just hit it with Bone Rush. 0-3 against Brawly now, and we had to swim back to the lab once more. Just a quick reminder that Emerald is cursed. Oh, come on! Not unreal! You're gonna just Hydro Cannon me? Oh, sheesh. Unreal. I literally, that was like such a we get out angle. We just got Hydra Cannon. Look at it looking down at us, even. Just Pine Echo just looking down at us. Like it thinks it's so high and mighty. On attempt 48, we made it through the lab with a wooey dash and pivoted into this Wailord. It had what looked like a decent spread, plus Fire Punch and Crunch, so we decided to run it. As we leveled up though, it became clear that too much of its points were in HP and speed. This left us without any special attack, so we could not secure knockouts. We desperately needed a setup move, but unfortunately luck wasn't with us, and then Roxanne pulled out this Lugia. Alright, we should be fine, we have Spit Av. Don't para? Oh, go in! Aw, that's it. We never stood a chance. The log showed us we would have learned both Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. But with our poor special attack, the run was probably doomed before it had even begun. The siege continued. At this point, I was starting to feel discouraged. We were over halfway through the challenge and barely had anything to show for it. But I knew I couldn't stop here. Surely our luck would turn around and we'd finally get to go on a proper run. On attempt 57, I caught this Wailord, but lost against Roxanne, and on attempt 62, a promising Espeon encountered a tragedy against a regular trainer. We're dead. We just die. We just die. On run 64, I tried running a Magikarp, which went how you might expect. Good job. This thing has no defense. Oh. Goodbye, lion, my beautiful little carp. Run 64 was promising. This is Hershey the Dusclops, and he has Speed Boost, one of the best abilities in the game. We just barely scraped past the rival fight, and then the run was on. At level 16, we learned Bone Rush, which is actually decent. However, against one of the trainers in Roxanne's gym, we got paralyzed. Hershey tried to fight on courageously, but he didn't have the damage to get through Roxanne's tanky team. Emerald was going from bad to worse. Now we couldn't even get past Roxanne to have another chance at Brawly. Attempt 68, we rolled a chance at my Lodic Redemption with this promising specimen out of the lab, but then lost to rival in classic Kaizo fashion. Attempt 71 saw us back at Roxanne's gym with Cuddles the Houndoom. We had to turn around our luck here. Just ignore the defense, don't look at it. Guys, stop looking at it, you're making Cuddles nervous. The Roxanne fight was tough, but we just needed a little bit of luck to go our way. Die! Oh no! Cuddles! Cuddles! Roxanne, you're going down! Nah. Cuddles, I need you to not miss! What is Togepi? Cuddles, you can't miss any of these! You need to hit every single heat wave, alright, Cuddles? No Spit F! I hate this game. Stab Earthquake? I hate this game. Emerald has been like this since Seed 1. This is my dude, the Ursaring. His ability is great, his spread is okay, and his moves are pretty decent. What could go wrong? So, Aerodactyl, hey. One of the Pokemon that walls me. I didn't think I'd run into one of you so soon. My dude could hardly do any damage, so we tried to poison it with Twin Needle. It's a 20% chance, by the way. Bear! This bear's going straight in the bin! What is the likelihood of that? Why is 30% so much better than 20%? We had to use a super potion to barely scrape through with a crit. Maybe this is the run. After all these attempts, maybe this was the moment. The next trainer was Aqua Grunt. Alright, easy Pokemon. Surely not an Aerodactyl. You're kidding! Why? Why? Oh We still couldn't poison it. At this point, it had to have either immunity or shield dust, right?
Yeah, it has to have immunity. What the fuck did you have?
We checked the logs.
Real stupid ass, dumb ass. And insomnia! I hate this game! I hate this game! Fuck you, Aerodactyl! Fuck this game!
Only 20 seeds were remaining. We finally got a Rapidash with an amazing spread, but it just didn't have good enough moves. On seed 86, we got another Rapidash.
So firstly, we are going to Spore? Never mind, never mind! Never mind! Whoops.
If you thought our luck had been bad before, we were now exploring new lows. Seed 93, we chose the middle ball, which was a Latias. Since you can't run a legendary, this gave us a free selection from the other two. And then we had to pick Sunkern. Yep. And then it was down to the final 3 seeds. We were desperately due for a good run. It had to be now or never. We had to find a good Pokemon and at the very least have one more shot at taking down Brawly. Seed 98, we got an Octillery with Water Spout. The rival took us down. Seed 99, we got a Nuzleaf with a versatile moveset. The rival took us down. And finally, Seed 100, our last chance. We just needed to make it past rival and it was looking good with Air Cutter against just a Ladybug. Surely this time. And just like that, it was over. Our challenge had ended. Overall, I can't lie, I was disappointed with the end result. We came into this challenge not expecting to win, but mainly wanting to experience what running Emerald Kaizo IronMON is all about. But for some reason, this game just hates me with a passion and never gave us a chance. In the end, we never even made it past Brawly. Sure, there were a few times I misplayed, but almost every run it just came down to being unfortunate. But it's not all bad news. There was a lot of really fun and just pure Kaizo moments in this journey. I really want to thank everyone who was there in stream to share in the adventure and lessen my pain, and thank you to everyone watching right now. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. Should I go back for another 100 seeds in Emerald? Should I try 100 seeds of Kaizo in a different game? Comment below. And I'll see you next time. Bye!